Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks, back with the best bets for the NBA here for you today on Thursday, May 29th, 2025. Indiana Pacers versus the New York Knicks, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Best bets coming at you live. Let's get after it and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cab made now. Straight fire.
As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Let's have a big day here today in the NBA, guys. Player props, spreads, totals, coming at you live. 3 picks in the video, guys. Super excited to get after here today. First NBA video in a week, so apologize about the delay, guys. Apologize about the week off. It has been a hectic week, but we are back here today ready to lock in. Let's do a recap from our last content day, which was on Monday. We put out some picks. We ended up going 1-2, minus 1.09 units. Not our best day. That was the Timberwolves Thunder game. We have Case and Walls over 12.5, or rather over 11.5 PRAs. He finishes with 13, so that was our only cash. Julius Randle was a complete flop on the PRAs. Then we had the Timberwolves money line, and that did not happen. So, unfortunate day. Obviously, not our best day. Case and Walls, so gets us to keep the line moving. So it wasn't a horrible day, but we're ready to lock in and get a sweep here today, guys. Not gonna have any comic capper callouts in today's video because I couldn't go back and sort through everything over the last week. You guys have been posting stuff, which I appreciate. Make sure you guys drop your favorite pick today. We will have our comic capper section back tomorrow. We'll do a recap of our comic capper section. So make sure you guys drop your favorite pick for today's game. Let me know what you guys are playing. Put a star or an asterisk next to that pick if you want that pick included in the video. And yeah, let's have a big day, guys. NBA season's closing out. Obviously, I wanted to be back for the finals. I'm super excited to do the NBA Finals as well. It's going to be an exciting time. That really is kind of where the birth of our channel started. Was the NBA Finals, so I have to be there. But my goal is to be consistent every day for you guys, Major League Baseball and NBA. We have our Major League Baseball Best Bets video out as well, so make sure you guys check that out. I'll have that pinned here at the end of this video if you guys are interested in that. So yeah, make sure you guys check that out. Aside from that, the last thing I'll say, just check out our pinned comment as well. If you guys are interested in anything here at the channel in relation to merchandise, membership, social media links, all that's down below in the pinned comment and the description as well. If you guys need any of those links. With the membership, you get access to all of our plays early, a couple hours in advance of the video. Just $3.99 a month for that, so keep that in mind. Outside of that, though, guys, it is time to get after. It's time to get this sweep. Let's get right into our picks here for today, guys. At number 1, I actually hate to say this. You guys don't know how much it pains me to say this. We're going with the Indiana Pacers, plus 4.5 spread here versus the New York Knicks. Going minus 110 odds here on Caesars. Really like the spot, guys, for the Pacers. I know, the Knicks are at home trying to extend the series. You would think the Knicks would be able to win this game and extend the series, win this game going away, be able to put the Pacers away, force a Game 6. I don't know. I don't think so. I think there's going to be a good opportunity here for the Pacers to close this out in 5. At the very least, keep this very close. That's why I like having the plus points here. If I was a bookmaker in this spot, to me, I know it kind of goes against everything that as far as home team versus the road team and stuff. But I would have this as a pick'em. I would definitely have this as a pick'em game here between the Pacers and the Knicks. With the way the Pacers have played in this series and throughout the playoffs, the Pacers really have outplayed the Knicks for most of the series. There's been spots where the Knicks have played well, but this really easily could be 4-0 right now. If not for a gigantic Karl Anthony Towns fourth quarter in Game 3, this would be 4-0 Pacers right now. So, yeah, I know the Pacers had that comeback in Game 1, had that big comeback. You could argue the Knicks outplayed the Pacers in Game 1, but really outside of that, this has been a Pacers clinic. The Pacers really have put it on the Knicks, and they just have not been able to deal with the Pacers' pace of play, getting up and down the court, which we thought at the beginning of this series would be a problem. It has very much showed itself that way. The Knicks have gotten into this game where they're trying to play the Pacers game, and it's not working. So the Pacers have been pushing tempo, and the Knicks have not been able to. They can't play like that. They don't play like that. So when they try to, it favors the Pacers very much. So we've seen that in part in this series. It's 3-1 Pacers. Pacers are 2-0 on the road in this series. They're 6-1 on the road for the playoffs. So the Pacers have been a fantastic road team in these playoffs, 2-0 in this series. I think there's a good chance to make it 3, just like they did in that Cavs series. You would have thought Game 5 was the same type of thing in that Cavs-Pacers series, and the Pacers closed it out there as well. So I think, once again, I think there's a good chance that happens here. The Pacers have been playing great in the road, and the Knicks have not been that great at home. They're just 3-5 at home this postseason. So, I like taking the Knicks usually on the road, and I like taking the Pacers on the road. And I like fading these. Well, I specifically like fading the Knicks when they're at home. And I think in this spot, I think it's going to be a lot to overcome, especially with now Karl-Anthony Towns banged up. Now, I know Aaron Nesmith is also banged up for the Pacers, but if you're looking at the two, which is more significant, Towns would be a lot more significant. Just because, literally, he's the reason they have one win in this series. Without Towns, this is 4-0 right now. So Towns is vital to this team, obviously. And I think this is just really going to be tough for the Knicks. I think the Pacers are going to be desperate to close the series out. I think both teams are going to be desperate. But I think the Pacers are also going to be desperate. You don't want this series going back to Indiana for a Game 6 where the Knicks can muck it up, get a road win, and then force Game 7. Then in Game 7, it's like anything can happen in Game 7s. Kind of everything goes out the window in Game 7s. Game 7s are a whole different animal. But here, I think the Pacers, honestly, I hate to say it, I think they close the series out. It pains me actually to say that, but I think they close the series out. So, love it there for number 1 pick, guys. Going Indiana Pacers plus 4.5 spread here versus the New York Knicks. Minus 110 odds on Caesars. Okay, and at number 2, we're going Pascal Siakam over 29.5 PRAs here for the Indiana Pacers. Going minus 108 odds here on FanDuel, risking a unit here. Pascal Siakam over in 4 of his last 6 playoff games to this line. Last 5 games, he's averaging 37 minutes and 27% usage in the playoffs. Those metrics are obviously very good. When this dude gets those metrics, he's 20 for his last 20 games to this line. Now, most of those didn't happen this year. Obviously, he hasn't played a lot of games where he's played those type of minutes and usage. But in the playoffs, obviously, as you guys know, it's a lot different. So with those metrics, he's been perfect to this line. And I could see him getting those metrics today. You could see him obviously playing big minutes today with the series on the line for the Knicks, trying to close out the Knicks. And if we get the Pacers to cover, I think Siakam's going to be a big part of that. And he's really the reason they won Game 2. And I think here on the road, I really like Siakam in the spot. Siakam's the most seasoned veteran on this team. He really has a ton of playoff experience going back to when he played with the Raptors. Obviously played the Warriors in the finals there. Has a lot of playoff experience. And I think this is the guy the Pacers should lean on like they did in Game 2 to really keep them in the game and also look to put the Knicks away here. He's really been dicing the Knicks in this series. 2 of the last 3, this guy has absolutely shredded the Knicks defense. We've seen it on display. The Game 2 was obviously fantastic from him. But I think he's got a great shot to do that again. I think he's going to be aggressive. And if Towns is out there hobbled, it makes it even better for Siakam. It's even going to be tougher. Siakam has a very big bag as far as... he can score from a lot of different places on the floor, which is what makes him so hard of a guard for really anybody. Because obviously he can get size advantages versus Anunoby or versus Josh Hart. And then obviously out in the perimeter, if Mitchell Robinson and Towns go out and him on the perimeter, he can make perimeter shots as well. So he's a very tough, a very tough guy to defend. He plays with a lot of energy. Obviously, he's obviously, like I said, a very tough guy to deal with as far as what he can do. And then, you also have, the aspect of Aaron Nesmith maybe is listed as questionable as well. So, that only opens up potential more usage for Siakam. The ball is going to go into him. And he should see a lot of usage in this game and a lot of opportunities. So, I fully expect Siakam to show up and hit this over. I've very reasonable PRA over for what I deem a star player. Siakam and Halliburton are stars on this team. 29.5 on the PRA mark, I think is very reasonable. Other stars on the Knicks are up. Obviously Towns is up at 35.5, which I thought about Towns, but I didn't want to go with Towns today because he is banged up. So do love it though, guys. For number 2 pick, we got Pascal Siakam over 29.5 PRAs here for the Indiana Pacers. Minus 108 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 3, we got Mikal Bridges over 24.5 PRAs here for the New York Knicks. Minus 110 odds on FanDuel, risking a unit here. So guys, we got Mikal Bridges 4 of his last 4 in home playoff games to this line. You love seeing that. Like I said, you get Karl Anthony Towns questionable for this game. He should play for what it's worth. But if you got a banged up Towns, it definitely could open up more opportunities for Bridges. And you could see Towns look to be more of a passer. Obviously, that definitely could happen. And Bridges really needs to bounce back. Took a lot of heat in Game 5 for his meltdown there in Game 4. Or rather, in Game 4. Had a meltdown there in Game 4 where he did not play well down the stretch of that game. And a lot of people are obviously blaming him for the loss in Game 4. So I think he bounces back. I believe Mikal Bridges is a mentally tough dude, just like the rest of this Knicks team. I do believe that the Knicks are mentally tough. I believe he specifically is mentally tough. He's been on, some great teams. He's been on that Suns team that was in the finals versus the Bucks. He has a lot of experience. He's been in a lot of big moments. Obviously, when he played back at Villanova in the championship, he's big time. And I don't think he doesn't show up today. I think he shows up today and he plays much better. I don't think that's the end of Game 4 was the definition of who he is as a player. I think he's a big time player, and I think he shows up. And in this spot, obviously they're going to need him. Here in the playoffs, his last 10 games, he's averaging 40 minutes and 20% usage. With those metrics, he's 10 of 11 to this line on the season. I think in a closeout game, all the chips on the line, I think you'll see him play those minutes. I think you'll see him with big minutes here, and hopefully he can get off to a good start. That make things really easy on us if he gets off to a good start. Like I said, he faltered down the stretch, but I see him responding here in Game 5, guys. Bridges is a great player. He's 6 for his last 6 in home games versus the Indiana Pacers. So it kind of tells you what you need to know. I think he's going to be able to take advantage here and be able to play some good basketball here today. So love it there, guys, for our number 3 pick. We got Mikal Bridges over 24.5 PRAs here for the New York Knicks. Going minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. All right, guys, that is going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. As always, appreciate all of your guys' support. Let's have a big day, guys. We desperately need it here at the channel. Need a big day in baseball. Need a big day in the NBA. First day back in a week. Hopefully, we can just go 6-0. That's all I'm asking for, guys. I'm not asking for a lot. Just a nice, simple 6-0 day. But I appreciate you guys. Looking forward to this game, obviously. This is what I hope happens. I hope the Knicks win this game by like 1 or 2. Obviously, I want us to cash our spread bet, and also I want to see the series extend. I have a feeling it's not going to happen. That's why, I'm betting with my mind and not my heart. My heart wants to go Knicks. Because, I'm from New York. I'm not specifically a Knicks fan, but I love to see the Knicks in the finals. I haven't seen the Knicks be good in like 30 years. Since like before I was even watching basketball. So it would be cool to see. But like I said, what I think is actually going to happen, I think you're going to see a tough Pacers team tonight. And they're going to put the Knicks on the ropes for sure. And it's going to be about, can the Knicks respond and keep it close. Should be an interesting game. But looking forward to it as always. But check out all of our links down below, guys. Anything you need, the channel membership, merchandise, social media, check that all out. Drop your favorite pick below. Check out our baseball best bets video as well. Outside of that, it's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.